understand how you operate. We understand how you operate. Don't worry. We're on to you. Just like German intelligence, Andreas Strassmeyer was your agent heading up Elohim City with McVeigh. German intelligence, and that's now come out. Oh, we're on to you, Mr. Dees. And so that's why your slander, trying to connect me to these people, isn't going to work. The plots demonstrate the Department of Homeland Security still needs to closely monitor right-wing groups, says Heidi Barrich with the Intelligence Project, which I have a copy of. They even have Lou Dobbs in here saying he's basically a white supremacist because he talks about the New World Order. When they announce they're setting up a world government, he'll talk about it. So you stick him in here next to Nazis. How many of these Nazi groups do you run, Southern Poverty Law Center? How many of these guys? Because I've been out to protest the Nazis in Austin, and I guarantee you these aren't Nazis. And then they just caught them, last year in Miami and other areas? It was in the major newspapers. It was in the Orlando's newspaper that the head of the white supremacist rally was FBI. I mean, my God, we're so tired of your Nazis. We're just really sick of you. Anyways, but see, that's a perfect way for you to hide, though, see, is the anti-Nazi group. Oh, you people are sick. He goes on, the DHS report listed radical leftist groups such as the Animal Liberation Front and Earth Liberation Front, which have both involved numerous arson cases, but nonviolent right-wing militia and skinhead groups. And it's talking about how it's such a big deal that the DHS report has come out. Okay, let's stop right there, and that brings me to my next point. And I want Kurt Nimmo and Paul Watson listening right now. I need a big report from both of you on this from different angles, whatever your perspective is. But remember, we put out the flyer in the late 90s that the FBI was putting out with the FBI's phone number saying, those that make frequent references, in fact, punch it up on screen, just type in constitutional terrorist, and it'll come up. And when we put that report out, then we got all these other internal state police reports, federal marshal reports that they sent us, where people that have organic gardens, people that protest animal testing, people that protest nuclear reactors, people that protest anything. It's turned out they're spying on bike riding groups that want more rights for people to have, bike lanes, and anti-death penalty groups are being listed as terrorists with no violence in their past. And Michael Moore in Fahrenheit 9/11 shows, a little peace group baking cookies, and they've got, the police spying on them. And it came out Army intelligence was spying on us back in November at the End the Fed protest, saying, watch out, the terrorists may attack you. Don't let them know you're military. And then the military leaked this to us because they're upset about it. But the media doesn't want to hype that part. They hype only certain parts of the reports because they want to make this a left-right thing. They want to announce, all the Tea Party protesters are terrorists, and they're right-wingers. And then all the leftists go, oh, my God, well, I'm not with those right-wing Nazi terrorists. I must be for the bailout and the foreign banks taking over. See how they play those games? Now they've divided the public in half. And then remember that back under Bush, it was in Alabama, it was in Tennessee, libertarians and liberal groups, and you can Google those stories, libertarians listed in state police report, and you can pull those up where libertarians and liberals were being listed under Bush. But really what was happening, and I'm starting to think this is getting leaked on purpose in some cases, that I would actually get the full report, and it would have right-wing, left-wing, everybody in there. But when it was Bush, they would talk about, it's Bush doesn't like the left wing and says they're terrorists. And then now that Obama's in, they're putting out reports saying basically everybody's a terrorist. But the reports that get the attention, because there's a bunch of these reports, just in Missouri alone, there were dozens of them the feds wrote and put out. But now we have the national reports. They're talking about the right wing and the returning troops and gun owners. So then everybody can protest and demonstrate, and the Republicans can act like they're anti-establishment and get all the anti-establishment support and soak it up under their control because they're controlled opposition. See, they want you inside the Republican or Democratic parties because they control both of those. And then when a Republican gets in power, the reports will be put out about how the Democrats are terrorists, and the Democrats will all feel radical and cutting edge, and, the Democrats, I guess, are anti-establishment. Look, we're being listed. When meanwhile, I walked in this morning and had the idea to talk about this because I've been thinking about it the last few days, and I said, there's one of the original reports in 99 out of Phoenix, Arizona. Show them the back where it says, those that make references to the Constitution are terrorists, and then it lists right-wing and left-wing. It shows them all there. Yeah, zoom in on that. Common law, it says defenders of U.S. Constitution against federal government and UN super patriots, groups of individuals engaged in paramilitary training. They call that target shooting. It talks about black separatists, mixes that in with KKK. So they go after everybody here. Common law, movement participants, and it says refuse to identify themselves, make numerous references to the U.S. Constitution. And it's just like people at these illegal checkpoints go, well, you're stopping all the cars. You don't have Fourth Amendment probable cause. They'll just beat you up now. These videos come out every week now. See, because the cops have been taught, oh, my God, I got a cop killing terrorists right here. He's saying that, a checkpoint isn't American. Yeah, it's Nazi Germany. It's not freedom. Pull it back up because I want to show people. Then over there they've got single issue. And they say urban riot agitators. Those are usually cops. They just got caught in Denver last year, Denver Post. Cops attacking other cops and staged event for the media to demonize the protesters. They've got that these groups are going to use nuclear, chemical, or biological weapons. That lone individuals are terrorists. They've got animal rights. They're terrorists. And it just goes on and on. And so they go after everybody here. That's what's really happening. So when we get back, we should have quick Google this morning. In minutes, they had this for me. All these other reports. And guess what? We got the PDF files code. This big report they're making a big deal out of that Obama just put out, it was originally written in 97. It just had the cops' killings in Pennsylvania added last week.
Hello, Ted Anderson. Listeners of the network are familiar with the Federal Reserve note and understand the risks of deficit spending. Therefore, with catastrophic events, it comes as no surprise that some banks have currently placed limits on the amount of cash depositors can remove from their accounts. A fractional reserve system means only a small portion of your deposit is held in reserve for immediate withdrawal. Deficit spending will skyrocket through FDIC if the government is forced to insure deposits during a bank run followed by a depressed economy. A current effort is underway by the Fed along with other central banks to increase liquidity for depositors. However, an increase in money supply without equal expansion and productivity can cause inflation. In order to achieve strength and stability, I recommend a conservative portion of all investments to be calmly repositioned into gold and silver. While paper investments currently have been driven by debt, gold on its own has held value for over 6,000 years. For more information, call 1-800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Hello, this is Tom with HempUSA.org. Most of you have been hearing my ads for the past few months. And it's no secret that the economy is failing and prices are rising in all sectors. If you've been thinking of a nutrient-dense daily food source and a storable food for yourself and family, the time to act is now. At HempUSA.org, we still believe that food will be your greatest asset in these trying times ahead. Please call 1-908-691-2608 and see what our powder, seeds, and oil can do for you. Beware, be smart, and be ready. Call 908-691-2608 or visit us at HempUSA.org. Families need this high-quality natural food source for its low price and long storage shelf life. This incredible food source should be a staple part of your diet every day. Call 908-691-2608 or visit us at hempusa.org today.
Silver is mankind's oldest natural antibiotic. This very special mineral has been used for centuries by most cultures throughout the world. Utopia, Texas is home to a small but mighty supplement company called Utopia Silver, who offers colloidal products produced in distilled water without use of animal protein, nitrates, or saline solutions. Because our colloidal silver is made up of nano-sized particles, it can be better utilized at the cellular level, and germs can't mutate to be resistant like they can to modern-day antibiotics. Utopia Silver has a broad range of health supplements, including colloidal silver, gold, and copper, with a money-back guarantee on the colloidal products we produce. For 4 years, Utopia Silver has been fighting in the Texas courts against agencies that would steal our God-given rights of health care and freedom of speech. Visit us today at utopiasilver.com. That's UTO